Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So this is a video I meant to do actually a while ago, but got a bit waylaid. So this is sort of a first look at the new game from Wright. It's actually not the first game. It's actually not a look at the first game because the game's still very early in development. But this is sort of the first look at Proxi from at least the blockchain point of view. So Wright, obviously super famous game designer, known from The Sims, SimCity. Lots of other sort of interesting projects. He's not a very sort of classic game developer in some ways. He has a very original mind, and some of his sort of games have obviously been very famous. I guess other ones, I guess Spore was kind of a 10 years old now, isn't it? But a fairly recent one that was sort of maybe didn't capture the imagination in the same way. But he's very interesting in thinking about different sorts of experiences. I mean, he's probably the closest thing the games industry has to a sort of a genius sort of, I would perhaps say. So what he's trying to do here is sort of build these sort of interesting new sort of user generated sort of AI type things. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on it. I wouldn't pretend I sort of fully understand it, but I kind of thought it might be interesting just to quickly go through the sort of the blockchain side of it. At least that has been sort of made available. So Proxi is using the Forte blockchain platform. So Forte is a pretty it's sort of custodial, really. I mean, it is a whole sort of custodial platform for blockchain games. Custodial means you don't own your own keys. Sort of the wallet is controlled by them. I don't know how much of that is going to continue like that in future, or whether they're going to sort of decentralize over time. I'm not sure. But at the moment, of all the blockchain game platforms, it is probably the most centralized. I guess a broad comparison would be Mythical Games with their sort of what they're doing with Blanco's Block Party, and that's becoming more decentralized now over time. They're going to do a bridge to Ethereum, but Forte I think is a slightly different sort of play. Anyway, so what we can see here, this is the sort of web interface for Proxi from Gallium Studios. This is Will Wright's new studio, fairly new, and we can sort of see what's going on here. Most of this is not really relevant. We can see here the start of September now, so quite a long time ago, or was it the end of September? 21st of September, I think. They did this sort of sale. So there was a founders pack and a supporters pack, and they've sold out. They were actually only available for a day, I think. They actually sold out really quickly. But yeah, pretty sort of standard NFT sort of a drop type thing. I think if this is right, I think this one was $50. Could be wrong on that, I can't remember. But they basically drop these items, and the whole point of like Proxi is you get these sort of game items, these sort of primitive items, which are then used to sort of create this sort of game sort of character. It's sort of you sort of build an AI memory. So what we can see here in terms of the blockchain stuff. So this is running on the Forte blockchain. So they've sort of come up with their own architecture. I'm not entirely sure what they're using. Probably a lot of people use things stuff like Tendermint, and Forte themselves have done a deal with Cosmos fairly recently. So that would make sense if they were using Tendermint, which is like just an SDK, but you can create your own blockchain on. As you can see here, this is what I've got here. So I bought that founders pack, and I have these 10 items. So as I say, these are sort of game primitives, very sort of weird sort of selection. Some underwear, a whale, some pizza. I mean, these are all quite crypto, aren't they? Pizza, Bitcoin Pizza Day, a whale, llama, fedora, moon. We're obviously all mooning. I've got this community cube. Take a look at some details on that. So these are not necessarily very useful sort of things in and of themselves. So this is a special evolving NFT that will unlock additional features through your Proxi journey. So this is obviously like a founders sort of token, founders box or cube or coin or whatever you want to call it. We can see it's sort of tagged up with some asset things here. And if I wanted to, I could delete that asset and get 5 Gallium back. Gallium is the underlying token. And it's a similar thing for all of these. So if I look at the gingerbread man, obviously not such a particularly interesting asset. We can see here actually has no recovery value. I can just sort of delete it or burn it, I guess as we would say. We can see here asset type is the first edition. So there we go. That's sort of the very simple sort of blockchain side of things. There's a whole bunch of other stuff here, which is obviously to do with the actual sort of game itself. It looks like you can actually access an early build if you want to do that. I've not done that yet. I have to admit, busy with other things, but some creators tools here, so you can. So this only includes the wallet viewer. So it's a typical sort of game project where you get some stuff. Doesn't really do very much at the moment, but you can sort of start to understand how you might sort of build out these sort of game AIs. So coming back to the blockchain side of things here, so we have this in-game currency, so the Gallium token, and this is a cryptocurrency running on the Forte blockchain. So as I say, sort of Forte is a very managed sort of blockchain experience. So I can't just sort of buy this Gallium token sort of anywhere I want to. I have to go through the Forte exchange. So you have to click this link and then go and check out the Forte exchange account. I'm going to do that actually in another video to show some other stuff. But this sort of just shows. It's very early, I think, for this. But you can imagine over time there's going to be more of these sort of things dropped, to a degree as the community sort of builds up, people will be, as ever, I guess there are people who are really into creating, but there are sort of more people who are just sort of into playing. So over time, there'll be more sort of creating stuff, and if you're really into that, you can do that. But most of us will probably be here in this update. Is there anything here? No, there's not even any no early access builds at the moment. As I say, this game's pretty early, but we can sort of understand. This sold out really fast. There'll be more things sort of coming here, and you can start to build up your NFT collection that will then feed into the stuff you're going to be doing in the game, which is sort of the whole point of having it. Okay, so thanks for watching. This is Blockchain Gaming World, messing around in the world of blockchains, and particularly interested actually with sort of experienced game makers using blockchain for the first time, because I think they come up with different things than people who come at it from the blockchain point of view. So best of both worlds, I guess. Thanks for watching the video. See you again soon.